thought I'd do a little quick time video journal, just sharing a few updates. Today I'm home, feeling pretty toxic, feeling pretty sick. I woke up sick to my stomach, and it's basically because of my nutrition. Um, for a while now, I've been thinking about getting putting a more concerted effort into improving my nutrition. Um, a couple of years back, I really made some big strides in doing that. At that time, I quit smoking. I quit eating fast food. I quit drinking coffee. I quit eating candy. I quit drinking pop. Um, I started really focusing on the locavore diet and insisting that everything that I eat be of a kind of like a paleo nature, that to be, basically a lot of raw foods, clean meats, and everything be stuff that foods that come from this place where I live. And I was making really good strides with that. And then I think maybe about a year ago, I started allowing myself some little concessions and stuff. I started uh, started having a drink of coffee, or taking a bite of candy, or I wasn't drinking pop, but I was making homemade wine, so I started drinking a bit of wine. And then I, pretty soon I'm allowing myself to have a fast food meal. And things just kind of snowballed to where I wasn't following my dietary rules at all. All the progress that I had made just kind of like fell apart. I never went back to smoking or drinking pop, but I started um, eating junk food, regularly, like chips and fast food. And um, I, you know, was drinking a lot and alcohol. And um, so, I started to really like want to go back and put a renewed effort into changing my diet. And I was looking at starting um, with the first crescent of the winter moon, which would have just been a few days ago. That's when I wanted to use as kind of like my starting point, because it's a good auspicious time. That, or the solar eclipse that happened during the new moon, that would have been a good auspicious time, I think, to mark detoxing and going full speed back into my very clean diet. But knowing that that was coming and having that all planned in my mind, then I started like really junking out a lot more, because I wanted to get in all the garbage stuff that I could, while I still could, before I was gonna make my dietary change. Really, just kind of you know silly and stupid for a 42-year-old man to be struggling, with that kind of stuff. But anyway, over the weekend here, as we were moving into this first part of the first winter moon, I really junked out. I ate fast food. I was drinking a lot of like brandy mixed with coffee, mixed with tea. There was getting a lot of caffeine, and eating chocolate. And so I just went overboard with the toxics, and I'm paying for it now. I feel like garbage today. So this is why you haven't seen a training video for the past few days. I was just kind of lucky that my training partner Shane messaged me Monday and said he wasn't feeling good, so he didn't want to train, and that was fine with me, because I was feeling pretty toxic already on Monday. So anyway, today is day one of the detox, and going back to just clean. I've got the Inosano Legends camp coming up on this coming Saturday and Sunday. So I want to feel really good for that. I want to feel my best, and so I'm just going to be drinking water and eating good like fruits, vegetables, clean meat, and this kind of thing, and just get myself in the 4 days that I have to where I'm feeling as best I can going into that camp, and then really go back to having a lot more control over my nutritional input. I've been thinking a lot recently about the way that the body kind of replaces all of its cells, I guess, on about a 7-year cycle for humans. And when I think about those kind of things, I would really love my body to be made of the products of natural, local foods. It's almost like becoming a part of your environment to be able to think that the cells of your body were created out of these things that grow right here. So I'm going to focus a lot on the locavorism, a lot on the wild foods, and certainly on cleaning myself up, because enough is enough, and just hurting myself. And I think part of it's been a little bit of why I've been allowing it has been that I've been fairly depressed, I think, lately over several things. There's been changes that have gone on at my work that have made me feel fairly depressed, and there's the whole thing, the stress around being asked to leave our home, and so we're going to have to try to buy a home of our own, and I hope that it works out for us. But there's that stress, knowing that this winter we've got to get out of here and get into something else, and then of course there's the all the breakup that I had with training with FMK and that kind of thing. So all this stuff I think has played a little bit of a psychological. It's played with my mind, and I've been kind of punishing myself with nutrition, I think, because of the depression. But it's time for that to be over. So today is day one of my complete detox, and time to get back on track nutrition wise, and even better than where I was at before. So that's one thing. Second thing is, as you see here, I've got a new logo going. This logo was created by Eric of Eric's Online, who comments on a lot of my YouTube videos. And when he heard me talking about my ideas for a logo the other day on my video, this is what came to mind for him, and he volunteered to put it together for me, and I think it looks really nice. It's got the animals that I was talking about, the otter, the prairie rattler, the magpie, who all have characteristics and abilities that I want to emulate, and especially the magpie and the rattlesnake are very close to me. I actually have a lot of contact with those animals. And then using just my Blackfoot name, Akayokaki, and what that means to me. And so this is the logo we put together. I really like it. We're still tinkering with a little bit to changing the size and colors and these kind of things to make it work for different purposes. But I will be ordering a hoodie very soon with this logo on there, and getting rid of the old FMK hoodie. So shout out of gratitude to Eric for helping me out with this. I think it looks awesome. I couldn't have done this myself. I have no idea how to create logos and stuff like this. So anybody needs some logo work done, obviously Eric's really good at this, so give him a shout. Third and last update. I received a phone call over the weekend from a fellow named Larry on Long Island, who had exciting news. He trained in Keysi, that that new martial art I've been checking out. He trained in Keysi for 4 years before and after the split between the two founders, and he is instructor qualified, and he may have a lead on getting some of the old training videos. We'll see. He's given me a tip, somebody else to talk to, and gonna follow up and find out if I can get some of the actual Keysi curriculum to play with here. But yeah, I'm very excited about it because I think it looks like an awesome striking art. It's pretty, you know, it's pretty unfamiliar compared to a lot of what we see in the martial arts, and so unfamiliarity is a good thing. Plus, it looks like an awesome system for multiple opponent attacks and this kind of thing. So I'm excited about it. Hoping to get my hands on some of that curriculum, and then Shane is interested in it too. So I've already got a training partner lined up, and we'll get into the Keysi. So yeah, all exciting stuff. Making some changes, and but that's my update for today. As I sit here feeling not too good body wise, but just gotta take it easy today and drink a lot of water and clean myself up. So that's that. Thanks, guys. See ya.